going to discuss 4 very real issues that you will face trying to sell video editing services, and then give you one very simple strategy that will solve every single one of these problems that you can implement today, this week, this month, depending on how quick you are. I mean, you could literally do it today. Some of you guys like to sit on information and procrastinate a little bit, so maybe do it later in the week. But without further ado, on the screen right now, we have, of course, the whiteboard. Yay! Another whiteboard episode. My fucking camera turned off. Sweet. So, on the screen right here, we have the whiteboard. Now, let's go ahead and detail the 1, 2, 3, 4 biggest problems all of you have either faced or are currently facing as a result of this. Now, a lot of these problems lead editors to burn out and never return, and they proclaim that freelance video editing is a scam. Now, I personally believe that those individuals would have burnt out in anything they're doing, because hard work is a key element of literally everything that's worth having. And hard work does mean that you usually bypass what we're going to talk about here, but also the strategy I give at the end is more akin to smart work. I know I don't like that. Work smart, don't work hard. Ideally, you should be doing both. But let's go ahead and break this down. Let me remove my obnoxious lines, actually. So number 1 is you're underpricing, okay? Underpricing is brutal, and a lot of people compete over price. This is stupid, right? The market is flooded with low-cost editors who are driving the price down because they are either geographically bound by a location where they can work for less. They're in India, they're in Southeast Asia. They can literally work for, pennies on the dollar to somebody in the West. They're driving prices down, but that's such a short-term move, and it's just such a commodity move, right? Ideally, you don't want to be a commodity. Ideally, you want to be somebody who is not even a specialist, but somebody who's able to offer a significant package worth significant money to significant clients and make some fucking bread out here, obviously, right? You're a video editor. You're not supposed to be, a goddamn glorified slave working for absolute pennies. So, a lot of people underprice. They underprice all the time. Now, another big problem in the sales space, right, for selling video editing services is high comp. There is high competition, 100%. So, if somebody's underpricing, it's probably because they're dealing with high competition. They think in their little puny old age video editor brain that I've come up with a genius way to land clients and compete. I'm going to undercut the other guy. Whoa. He's doing it for 150. I'll do it for 50. Yeah, good on you, bro. Congrats. You got a shit-paying client. That client is now a headache to deal with. You now end up getting burnt out after 3 weeks because you're miserable doing too much work for too little money. Good job. You got yourself a little bit of cash. Not ideal, not what we're looking for, not something I would recommend to any of you, and definitely not something we do in VP+. What's the third, Jack? Great question. You know what the third is? Client trust. Now, because you have so many idiots on the market who are underpricing their services because they feel as though they need to compete, usually the underpricers come with a shitty service. Who would have known? The people who charge minimal don't usually perform the best service. There's all these weird excuses. I've tried to hire cheap before. I ended up deciding I'll never do it again, right? The reason is because in the early days, especially if you're running an agency, you think I could increase my margins if I get really cheap talent. Then you get really cheap talent and they have power cuts and family members in the hospital every single week, and this is happening, that's happening. So you get a shittier service along with the price that you're willing to pay. But because of that, you know what happens in the video editing sales space? A lot of clients have dealt with shitty freelancers. They just have, right? So they do have a pretty tough time trusting, which leads to a heavier vetting process in the sales stage. They want to see testimonials. They want to see past performance of past successful performances, whether that be testimonials, case studies, client results, substance, so that they can essentially know, all right, this guy's not going to waste my time. I'm willing to take a chance on them. It's still a chance in the end, right? You still haven't done any work for them, but they're willing to take a chance, right? The final thing that we're going to talk about, and then I give away the strategy that will help you defeat all of these, and it is very simple. I'm going to back it up with 3 perfect examples. You guys don't have to reinvent the wheel. Again, I'm leaking stuff from VP+. I do suggest you to join. But finally, burnout risks. Burnout risks happen, okay? Now, burnout risks mean that you are undercharging, you're dealing with high competition, the clients don't fucking trust you, and all of that leads to you being sad and getting burnt out. The pressure to continuously sell and deliver can lead to burnout, right? It can lead to burnout. Not only can it, it does. And that's because you are succumbing to the dark side of video editing sales. None of these things really matter. Like, maybe client trust. I think client trust is kind of the only thing that really plays a role in the new age philosophy that I'm about to show you right now. If you skip off the video, you're an idiot, because we're about to give it to you right now. All of these other ones, they kind of get like crossed out. And actually, client trust gets ticked off as well through what I'm about to show you. So how the hell do we stop all of these annoying realities of the dark side of video editing? These are real issues that you've faced or are facing or know someone who's faced them, or, by the way, sometimes literally breaks people. They stop freelancing because of this. Now, I have a theory that they might have stopped anything if they had a little bit of adversity, but that's a story for another day. Now, let's go ahead and literally save this. I actually kind of want to save it for later. And I'm going to go ahead and break down something else. So if that is the shitty old way, let's draw an arrow down here and let's say, what's the new way? Like, how do we stop all of these bullshit problems that are popping up? How do we not have to succumb to the old age of being a video editor? Well, we are going to build authority through a online personal brand, a new age portfolio, and this is going to enable us to get inbound leads. Inbound leads are the holy grail of the new age video editor attention economy. Inbound leads enable you to charge whatever the hell you want. It enables you to not have to go to clients. It enables you to not have to build loads of trust and promise the world up front because they've already seen some trustworthy things from you. And it enables you to make more money. It just does. So, if that's what we're going to be doing here, attracting inbound leads, right? Then what we can go ahead and talk about is this being the defining trait of the new age editor. And this is always what I'm trying to do. This is the transformation that VP Plus gives students, is it transforms them into a new age video editor, right? From an old age. Old age is all the bullshit that these people, right, over here are dealing with. This is old age. This is shit. You don't want that. You want new age. You want inbound leads. You want to have clients coming to you. New age is based around content, right? So real quickly, here's what the content does. But new age is based around content. I'm about to give you 3 examples. Go nowhere or you'll miss out on the 3 examples. Boom. That's an iPhone. Pretty shitty drawing, but it is an iPhone. Trust me, it's an iPhone, even if you can't tell. We're going to focus on creating content, right? Content that positions us as an expert, and we're going to attract clients to us by building essentially high authority, which means that they don't need to vet us too crazy. High auth. And clients are simply going to come to us, and we're going to start making bank in the DM. People are going to DM us. I'm going to break down dudes who are making 15K, 10K off the back of this method. So this is essentially what we're doing right here, right? So how the hell do we do this? What does this look like? What are we doing to counteract the dark side of sales? Because if we can counteract the dark side of sales, we don't even have to do any selling. All we have to do is be creating content that positions us as an expert, attracting inbound leads to us, and the inbound lead is so warmed up, they're ready to go. Now, you might have to reject people because they are offering you a shit price. That's going to happen here. But it's better people come to you and you reject them than you do massive tedious outreach and they reject you, because that's going to happen anyways. You're only going to close a minute percentage of the people you outreach to. You may as well only close a percentage of the people that outreach to you, essentially, that give you an inbound lead, inbound versus outbound. So let's go ahead and jump on the screen again, and I'm just going to go ahead and load this puppy up right here. Now, in fact, I might even dare to attempt to turn my webcam on just to see if it loads up. Boom, 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 boom. 3, 2, 1. Different angle. Awesome. We're on the different angle. This right here's Rio. If you haven't watched my interview with Rio, I'd highly suggest you do, because this young man is a killer. He joined VP Plus. In 90 days, he scaled from 0 to $11,000 a month. Absolute beast. Rio is a absolute star. And he scaled there in a short period of time, and he actually got 1,388 followers. He didn't have a Twitter account before VP+. He joined VP+, he followed the blue path, he went on to absolutely dominate. Now he makes $11,000 a month. You could be the same. How could you be the same? Well, doing exactly what he does. What does Rio do? He creates high authority content on the internet that positions himself as an expert. He is a good editor, right? There's no trick for being a good editor. You do obviously have to have skills. But what does Rio do? The same thing I've been showing you guys in so many videos now. If you haven't applied it, what are you waiting for? He takes a YouTuber's content, he makes it genuinely better, so much better. The before and the after, he puts it in a before and after format. He uses the VP Plus community to blow this post the hell up. 18,000 people see it. Some people say, wow, that's really good. I'd love my content to look like that. So they hit him with an inbound lead, which is a fancy word for a DM, and they go on to hire him, and he makes a record-breaking $11,000 a month, which he talked about in our interview, which you should go and watch straight after this. In fact, I'll make it play straight after this. But let me actually just go ahead and share a breakdown from Rio when he closed this client. He literally posted this back in, when was this? April 10th? This is in VP Plus, right? So he quite literally says, me yesterday closing my biggest client yet. 2 months ago, I lost all my money. PC broke, blah, 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 blah. Even if I didn't want to go fast, I could still make 5 to 6K each month from him alone, but I can actually get up to 10K a month because this client gave him infinite work. This client was an inbound lead who saw Rio's posts, hit him with an inbound lead, and said, hey, I've got infinite work for you. Like, if you just want to do a bit, you can make 5-6 racks a month. If you want to really go hard, you make $10,000 plus a month. He did. This is his reaction to that.
Great, man. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Goodbye.
Right, so he was super happy to say the least. Absolute beast, man. What an absolute star. Shout out to Rio. You're a beast, Rio. Go watch his interview. Awesome. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and talk about somebody else. I told you I was going to give you 3, so let's go ahead and give you another example of a personal brand that's absolutely crushing, okay? Here right now is Julian. Julian, again, has been in VP+. Honestly, probably about 8 months now, something like that. He's worked with some absolutely huge clients. Cheap Pickle, multi-million subscriber YouTuber. This guy, 400 to 800K TikToker. This guy, 150K, 120K on YouTube. This guy, no numbers there, but assuming he's big compared to the other guys. Now, just literally watch how Julian positions himself as an expert and closes clients. Okay, just literally watch this. This is a transformation from one of his clients right here.
I helped Cheap Pickle go from 20,000 subscribers to over 900,000 subscribers in just 45 days. And here's how I did it. You see, before I even started working with Cheap Pickle, he already had a massive audience with 1.5 million followers on TikTok. And so with that, I knew that I would be able to blow Cheap Pickle's YouTube channel up. But in order to do that, I would need to create a video that not only perfectly encapsulated and enhanced his already established brand, but also create a video that took those amazing things about Cheap Pickle and format it into a longer YouTube video. And because of his
So, do you see what's happening there? Julian is giving a case study of a transformation he made for somebody. He's absolutely crushing. Now, what is he doing? If we come back and we go to our Excalidraw breakdown, and we actually come back to the OG rundown of what you shouldn't be, is he gonna have to underprice when he's built this much authority? Hell no. When he closed these next clients, when these guys came to him, Cheap Pickle was his first big one, all of these guys came to him since, when they see these level of results, when they see him, they're already building trust with him because they can hear him, they can see him, they can't smell him, they can't taste him, but pause, they can absolutely hear him, they can absolutely see amazing results. What do they think? That this is going to be someone who's going to underprice? No, he's built authority. He's also out-competing people because he has built so much brand trust, authority, brand status. He's going to be able to out-compete people. Why would you work with some shadow random when you can work with Julian, the top J, who is showing his personality? He's showing not only can he edit a YouTuber's videos, he can edit his own videos. This is a glorified VSL, a sell without selling. Now, client trust is now at all-time highs. All-time highs, because you can see him, you can hear him, all the things we said. Maybe if they could smell him, they'd trust him more. Maybe not. Maybe they wouldn't. Maybe he smells bad. Shout out to you, Top J. I'm sure you don't. This got a little bit off course. But I'm obviously, to take my jokes away, the clients trust that. And what about the burnout risk, right? What about the risk of burning out because you're dealing with all this bullshit? Well, you don't have it anymore because you removed it all. Could you still experience burnout because you're going so hard editing? Sure. But that's not what we're talking about. But we're talking about burning out because all the things you're doing suck. Because every single day you're having to undercharge because you're dealing with high competition because clients don't fucking trust you. And then you burn out. All of these things are removed. They're gone. Simply because Julian, and I'll bring that back in case I have to remake the point, simply because Julian is a new age editor who's focused on inbound leads. He's focused on creating content that positions himself as an expert to attract or to build high authority and to get inbound leads coming to him and paying him significant multiples, paying him significant cash. So Julian has absolutely crushed. Julian now re-edits people's videos. He does full-blown, Blue Path Outreach. If you don't know Blue Path Outreach, make sure you join VP Plus or go watch any of my videos. We talk about it all the time. Now, what does this lead to? This leads to Julian making thousands. Put the screenshot on screen, please, Emil. One of my clients during Feb, I made about $6,000 just off him in February. So he's doing $6,000, right? VP Plus is $50 a month. So he's doing what? What's 6K divided by 50? He made 120x return on investment. Amazing. What a beast. Killer. Shout out to you, Julian. So he's absolutely dominating. Now let's talk about somebody from the other day, okay? I'm actually going to show you their write-up before I even show you their posts, okay? So on the screen right now is Yaya. Yaya is an absolute star, a new young legend. Shout out to you, Yaya. I love your energy. Every time I talk to you on the call, you're nothing but a blast. He said, on the 12th of July, I made the decision to join VP Plus. That's about 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago. He said he paid $50, and the results, he went from 173 followers to 311 followers, from $200 a month to $400 to $800 a month, from 1 to 2 short-term clients to 2 part-time and 2 full-time clients. His PayPal's flooded with money. He's going to buy himself a laptop. In July, he made $700. He paid $50, so that's like a 12x return on investment. Shout out to you, Yaya. He said his goals for September to buy his mom an iPhone 15 and do his first traveling with his freelance money, and he believes he can do it all. And then he thanks myself and the VP Plus mentors. Thank you, Yaya, for you putting the work in. You should thank yourself. You should have added yourself there because you really put the work in. We provide the framework, but you still do have to do the work. I know. Even if you join VP Plus, guys, you still have to do the work. I'm sorry. I haven't figured out an AI hack, a productivity hack for you not to have to do the work. Maybe it comes, maybe it doesn't. But yeah, you do have to do the work. Anyways, on the screen right now is Yaya. What's Yaya doing? He's got a very nice profile. It's put together well. He is creating before and after videos. The people hit him with a DM. He's also creating his own personal content where he's like breaking down what popular YouTubers should have done. He's saying Alex Hormozi should hire me as a video editor. Here's what I do for him to help him go viral. Guy's a star. Guy's an absolute star. Shout out to you, Yaya. Shout out to you, Julian. Absolute beast. And of course, big shout out to Rio as well. So these are 3 VP Plus killers who have completely removed the hard part about video sales. This bullshit right here, they've removed every single one of these things. They're gone. Let's remove them all. They don't deal with that. All they do to be a new video editor is they focus on inbound leads. They are a new age video editor, create content that positions you as an expert, build authority, get money coming to your DM. And that right there is the absolute simple version of what you guys can go do, what you can do today. You don't want to be a commodity. You don't want to have to underprice. You don't want clients to not trust you. You don't want to be mass competing with everybody. None of these guys are doing any of that, and they're crushing it. They're all making great money simply because they're a new age video editor who's applying what we talked about today. I highly suggest you guys to join VP Plus, the biggest freelance video editing community in the entire world. We will not only get you clients, but we'll blow you up on social media in the process, just like all 3 of these gentlemen right here, which joined us with no social media. Now they've blown up. That's because of the Blue Path. That's because of VP Plus, and also because of their hard work, right? So shout out to every single one of you guys. You put the work in. There are people that come through that don't blow up because they don't put any work in. Who would have known? You do have to do the work. Sorry. Like I said, we haven't figured out a hack for not doing the work. But I'm going to give 3 codes away today. If you use Dark Side, you can get $10 off your first month in VP Plus. I'll only give away 3 of those codes today, so you can get the first month for $40 instead of $50. Grab that right away. There's only 3 codes. I'm also going to throw you away to this video. It'll be the perfect continuation. This will start playing, or you should click it in 3, 2, 1. See you guys there.